Hello, New York. Hello, New York. How are you? How are we feeling? Welcome back to Turnabout podcast. I am your host, Pumpkin.
Yeah. I'm assuming I'm New York.
Yes, and this is New York.
Drag me, bitch. You motherfucking whore. Did you see that shit?
Her breath stank.
Her breath smelled like straight up shit. Like a toilet full of nasty ass shit, okay?
Bye, pumpkin. Bye, pumpkin. Bye, pumpkin. And welcome back to Turnabout podcast. So as you know, this
or
is
as you may not know.
Yes. If you've listened to last week's episode, you know what we're doing. We're doing the second part of last week's episode, which was an animal, a color, and a song
for each case. Yeah. And we're recording on one sitting. So
yes.
It's the same night.
It's Lucie and Aris from the past.
Absolutely.
A blast from the past.
So because of this continuation, we're not going to be featuring an artist this week.
Not this week, but the artist shout-out will return next week. So stay tuned for that. And so last week we covered the first religion, Apollo Justice. This week we're coming back with Dual Destinies, Spirit of Justice, and the 2 investigations.
Absolutely. And we'll be jumping right in since we don't have a featured artist.
Yeah. Do you want to go first this time?
I'll go first this time. And also, if you haven't tuned in last week, you might want to listen in.
Yes.
On part 1.
It will give you much more context.
Yes.
Yes.
So, we're picking right as we left off and starting with Dual Destinies. And that would be Turnabout Countdown.
Yes.
I chose a spider for this one. It's giving Black Widow.
For the color?
I have animals first in my notes. It's a spider.
It's a spider.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
I feel like the bomb might go off at any time, and it's because of the spider on the web. It's also giving Microsoft 95, the mini game of that spider.
I can see that.
The
threats,
cards.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's it called.
I have no clue.
The card game on Microsoft where there's a spider icon for the app. It is dark gray.
All right.
It's not really serving anything. Unlike the song choice, which is Countdown by Beyonce.
Where she announced her pregnancy. Wow. That's a huge honor for that case.
It is a countdown.
It is a countdown. It does fit in with the theme. Thank you, Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce. For the color, I picked brown. I don't know why. Because I do agree with your dark gray with the metallic of the bomb and stuff like that. But for me, it was giving very brown. I think
because of the
courtroom. Exactly. It's mostly set in a courtroom. And then for the animal, I picked a tapir. That man was giving me tapir vibes. Tapirs are huge threats to ants, and so he was a huge threat to us. I feel like that's how he views the world. And I'm not a big fan of tapirs, and that's how I feel about him.
Is it a tapir or an anteater?
Are those the same thing? I think
a tapir is different.
Well...
I think a tapir is
shit!
Yeah, it has
I meant an anteater.
Okay.
Should I redo that?
No.
Okay. I don't know why. I think I know why.
That kind of makes more sense now, though.
I suspect... Wait.
I feel like tapir would be, oddly specific. Whereas the other one, I could get behind.
That's what I meant, an anteater. I don't know why, but I've confused the two in my head. I feel like it would fit the name Tapir. But yeah, I met an anteater. And you know what I mean? Like the threat to society that the anteater is like on the ends. I feel like that's the vibe I got from him. He gave me anteater's vibes.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as a compliment.
Surely not.
Yes. And for the music, I put the Metal Gear Solid alert sound effect, which I will play now. That's what this case gave me, just a little, that's the feeling it gave me. A little threat, a little, like everybody's turning around, there's a bomb. So
that's probably the last thing Kanda's arm heard before she got her head bashed in.
So that was my song choice.
Beyonce to Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
It is obvious Turnabout Countdown is better than Bridge to Turnabout.
Oh, it's very versatile.
It's the Selena Sprocket of the cases.
Yes. An icon.
A legend. And she is the moment. The moment before the countdown, maybe, perhaps. The monster's Turnabout for me is olive green.
Ooh, yeah.
Countryside, muted color, vomit. Stinky vomit. Not even like I threw up in the toilet and flushed it at 3 a.m. Yeah. It's giving disgusting.
Something that's stained. Yeah. Vomit on the carpet.
Buck teeth.
Bad breath.
Lively people.
Yes.
Yeah. Hillbilly.
Yeah.
Hillbilly incest.
Yeah.
Countryside. I mean, a community of wrestlers in the middle of nowhere.
Jail. You go straight to jail.
Electric chair. It's a rat. A country rat that lives in the hay. They probably had a rat infestation in that mansion, considering there was a room where like it was basically a cave.
Yeah.
Disgusting. And fittingly, the song is also by a rat. It's Monster by Kanye West.
Okay.
Initially this was gonna be Superstition by Stevie Wonder, but I do not want to
associate.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I was like, absolutely not.
Yes.
So it's Monster by Kanye West because he's scum, and I know Nicki's verse is so prominent. But maybe that can be associated to Florent Labelle. A more fruity character, colorful.
I see that. I can see that. Maybe Bobby Fulbright's appearance for the first time.
Yes, that too. Not the car shoes though. I feel like when he dressed up as the yokai, whatever the fuck he was called, Florent Labelle was like saying, like he was reciting the Nicki verse in the cave.
The monster like a bad bit that
came from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I agree with that. Once again, I picked brown. There's a lot of brown on my list.
We have similar ones.
Yeah. So, brown for this one. Just, this case was so badly lit. Like the interior of the mansion was so dimly lit. I hated that. For the animal, I wrote down ugly fish. And I think I'm referring to a blobfish. Just like unappealing and moist. Humid.
Moist?
Yeah, like that's what the inside of that. I feel like there's like mold problem in that mentioned.
When Rex Kyubi was going to bed, his sheets were like the mold wasn't even mold anymore. Exactly. There were mushrooms.
Yeah, exactly.
Fungi. And
I cheated 2 times for this whole thing, and I gave lively people to that case because it's so.
It's not really cheating.
That's not really cheating, but a little. But that was the only song I could think about when I was like.
Is the other one the Aquatic Turnabout?
No, surprisingly enough. But yeah, that was my answer.
Okay. Turnabout Academy for me is Ice Water Blue. Very serene. The hallways. It's a bit preppy, kind of schoolgirl vibe. Very calm, which is the opposite of what I was feeling when playing this. The animal is an owl. An animal, a sign of education. Do we have the same one?
I picked an L too. First matching animal, yeah.
It's a sign of education, and also it's a case where Athena comes to her own, and Athena is usually associated. The goddess Athena is usually associated with an owl. Yeah.
I like that.
The song, however, is "Shut the Fuck Up" by Rina Sawayama, because that's what I'd be performing to Aristotle means. The 305th time he said the end justifies the mean and the dark age of the law. I would play it in the school speakers. Shut the Fuck Up by Rina Sawayama.
I like that. I hope he will listen.
He will not. That man is hell-bent on
speaking about the dark age of the law.
And the pun in his surname.
Who might be the bad guy? This man whose catchphrase is this last name and
I actually didn't see it coming.
Shady. Really? Who do you think it was?
I genuinely thought it was one of the students. I didn't see it until they cleared all suspicion between the students.
It must be.
Oh wait, is Aristotle means the.
And then he transformed.
I can't believe I didn't see that though. You're right. Like, I don't know. I felt like they were going for like a Japanese schoolgirl drama between like Juniper and the Love Triangle. Yeah. So I was like, it has to be one of them.
Yeah.
And when it was revealed that Hugh O'Connor, I remembered. Hugh O'Connor is like 30 or something. I was like,
yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, but also.
Yeah.
What?
Then who it is, yeah. So I picked also a variation of blue. I picked navy once again. I feel like I picked navy and brown a lot, but those kind of like muted dark colors. Yeah, and navy because of their uniforms. I mean, one of them was blue. Yeah, Hugh O'Connor was dressed in blue, and for some reason I had the assumption that all of them were for some reason, but
the school banners and stuff were blue as well.
Exactly. So the blue kind of thing. I picked an owl because of everything you've said, and my music was "Do You Hear the People Sing" from Les Miserables, because I feel like all of those students are theater kids, and they would perform it for like the school plays.
Miriam Scuttlebutt.
Yeah, and would like, if something unjust would happen in the classroom, they would all sing it. You know what I mean? It gave me big theater kid vibes. So Les Mis.
I hate every student at Themis Legal Academy now.
Yeah, I feel like this is what would have happened. Most definitely.
Ever since I asked you if the other one you cheated on is the aquatic turnabout, I can't stop playing in my head. Yeah. It's stuck in my head forever now.
That was such a great song as well. So good.
Slayana. By Corp Destroyer and Athena Sykes. Cosmic Turnabout for me is again a shade of blue. It's cerulean. Space Center, depression, supposed macho energy.
Yeah.
It's not really serving. I picked a dragonfly.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know why. I don't really like this case.
Yeah.
I definitely like it more than the next one, but yeah. Song, pretty self-explanatory, is Space Oddity by David Bowie.
Oh. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah,
It is
definitely.
a space oddity.
It is a space oddity. Yeah. I picked blue as well. Didn't specify what kind of blue, but it's not navy nor baby blue. It's just blue. I picked a dove for the animal. I don't know, that kind of like exploration element and peaceful vibe of the dove. And for this, okay. I picked Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. I feel like, what's his name?
Solomon Starbuck
would listen to it like intensely before going to space. That's the vibe he
The
gave
man
me.
was depressed.
Yes, and Avril would cheer him up. He was a punk.
she
didn't
was?
say. Yes. So he gave me that vibe, kind of his hairstyle, I feel like he would listen to Skater Boy and enjoy it. So I picked that song.
I don't know why I had a crush on him.
You don't anymore?
I know. I kind of do, but like, why was he a defendant and then never showed up again?
Yeah.
Like, we investigated the thing. I feel like he just shows up for a minute in the next one.
It was a very short-lived appearance.
And it'd be a nice twist if like the defendant turned out to be like the killer.
Yeah, it could.
Like, or if he was in cahoots with Booby.
Absolutely.
Booby 69 Fulbright.
1,000,000%.
Kind of like Simon Keyes 2.0.
Yeah.
Redhead, weird haircut.
Anxious at first, but then, yeah.
Depressed. A lot of depression going on. Turnabout for tomorrow is a blue again. It's cobalt blue.
Okay.
Space Center, the night sky when we have the trial in the exploded court, for whatever the reason that was. It's a skunk for me. It has a stink.
Yes.
And also Blackwell's hair.
Of course.
A
skunk boy, badger boy as well. Yeah.
Disgust. And the song is Let's Groove by Earth, Wind and Fire, because that's what I played when...
you were playing it?
That's what I wished I played to celebrate that this game was finally over.
Let's groove tonight. In the bedroom, mate. Such a good song. Such a good song. I picked black for the color. Kind of because of like Blackwell's whole vibe as well.
Definitely.
But yeah, it was a very dark case as well. And for animal I picked a vulture. Another kind of bird, but like darker and more menacing, like a true menace.
Also a sign of death.
Yes, exactly. So the phantom and all that shit. For the music I picked the Evangelion theme. For several reasons. One, it's the end of the games. It has to be kind of epic. And that song is so epic. But also...
Was it? Not the song.
Not the song, yeah. But I said it was supposed to be. I didn't say it was. But for also one reason, Robot Revolution. And Evangelion, the future losing robot. Yeah,
mech fight.
Exactly. So that was my answer.
I'm kind of casting doubt on how those robots, which literally look like vacuum cleaners, glorified vacuum cleaners, managed to pull off a successful hostage takeover.
That is true.
I feel like if I walked sideways, they couldn't keep up. I don't know how they trapped people.
Yeah.
And
they look so small. I would just kick them.
Their weapon of choice was a drill. Ma'am, people use that as a sex toy.
People use that to eat corn.
Yes.
It's not threatening.
Yes.
Yeah.
The aquatic turnabout for me would be ultramarine. Yet another blue. Ultramarine, marine biology.
Yes.
If Lively People was cheating for the monstrous turnabout, then this is cheating when I say it's an orca. Duh. And also, I chose the song purely out of the title. It has nothing to do with the thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, since I've already picked Orca and Ultramarine, let me go ahead and have the song. Yeah. And it's Oceanic Feeling by Lorde, the new album.
Nice.
I actually really like that song. So.
And the album?
It's cute. It's a cute little key.
Alright. I picked Baby Blue for that case, just like the sea,
Azura Summers.
Azura Summers, the whole aquarium, the little penguins backpack, stuff like that. And I picked an Orca too for the animals because duh. And for the song, I picked Move On Up, which is a 70s song, and I listened to that song while I was playing the case. So it is, I think of each other. When I think of Turnabout, the Aquatic Turnabout, I think of Moving Up.
Like the first time you played it?
Exactly. When I listen to Moving Up, I think of the Aquatic Turnabout.
It's one of your favorite songs.
I love it so much. And I discovered it when I was playing Dual Destinies. And by the end, so I was like listening to it as I was playing. Yeah. So great memories attached to both case and the song. And I love it so much.
Let's move on up to Spirit of Justice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the foreign turnabout.
Yes.
Is it's giving beige. It's just.
You don't need to explain yourself.
Filth.
Yes.
Dust. Sand.
Light wood.
Workers' unions, getting arrested, execution, death. I'm pretty sure like Queen Garen like had like
in the foreign turnabout.
Well, like that's when we're introduced to like the imperial aspects, and I feel like she definitely like had underpaid workers. Like Patrol was like
fighting for his life. Yeah.
She was like genuinely a dictator.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah, not it.
Yeah.
Animal would be lizard. Same as beige.
Yeah.
Not it. And the song would be Nobody's Supposed to Be Here by Deborah Cox.
Ooh.
Nobody is supposed to be in Kurain.
And we're not supposed to be playing in that game.
No.
Yeah.
Phoenix is definitely not supposed to be there.
Go home.
Lawyers.
Wait for Maya.
No.
Yeah. Why wouldn't Maya tell Phoenix?
That is horrible.
By the way, the country I'm at right now is not really super friendly to lawyers, so maybe we should hang out at home.
Why was Kurain the country from that trip from Victorious? From I Want You Back?
Yes. Where the dictator, like, when she blinded the dictator with her shoe.
That seems to be a recurring reference.
Yes. Victoria is such a good show. I picked brown for the same reason as you. For me, I feel like I picked brown if I don't like the case, or if the case solely happens in the court. Because of, like...
The court.
Yeah, the court. I picked a fox for the animal. I don't know why, but Patrol is giving me a little bit of a fox vibe. Like, friendly animal, but can be territorial and that kind of stuff. And I picked Wonderwall from Oasis because I feel like Peace, Love, and Understanding is that guy with his guitar who plays Wonderwall.
Definitely.
At any chance he gets.
I feel like he was a fake national. Was he?
National?
Like he wasn't really from Kurain.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a foreigner who got adopted super quickly.
What the hell?
Yeah. And so I feel like he would pretend to the Kurainese people he invented that song and play it. Like, I could come up with it with my guitar. He's that guy around a bonfire who plays it and everybody's like kind of talking and he's like, guys, I'm playing, just like enjoy the music. And he's super pissed that nobody's listening to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magical Turnabout for me is Periwinkle.
Ooh, I have a similar one. I have Baby Blue written down, which is...
It's like very...
Yeah.
I was leaning towards more purple.
Yeah.
Because of Mysterious being his suit, the dragon, Showbiz, Bonnie and Bonnie the Femme and
even like...
What's the other one's name?
Bonnie and Betty.
Betty and Bonnie's hair color.
I get that.
The animal is a bunny. Magic.
Duh.
Bonnie and Betty. And because we briefly touch upon fame and confidence and all that with Trucy putting up her like act.
Contract and everything.
It's the song is All Star by Smash Mouth.
Somebody wants... Yeah, great. I was like, this is gonna go too far if I start singing all this. Yeah, I agree. I picked Baby Blue 2. And, I mean, not 2, but like, you know, the kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I picked a dragon for the animals because a dragon is in the show. So, duh. And then I picked Jump Up Superstar from Mario.
Similar.
You know what I mean?
Similar.
Like, this kind of like...
Similar.
Child-like song that anybody could sing. Yeah. So, that was my pick.
It does describe, like, Rise to Fame.
Yeah.
The Rite of Turnabout. This one for me is Discreet Mauve. Yeah, it's very like pale, like muted, like again the Korean cases are just giving like faded color. It's giving like depression. Again, like I feel like the queen was not good to her people. Like I feel like there were like so many issues in that land, like poverty, famine, all of it, all of like this stuff, like from like from like starving people, slavery, and violence in the street to like a Moses cursed of locusts, a rain of frogs. Everything could go bad. Yeah. The animal is a condor. The bird. That's
in the game?
No.
A condor. Yeah, okay, I see.
It reminds me of that vigilante. Like black with red. Detailing, flying. Very threatening. But also because it's also only spotted... It's primarily spotted in like locations such as Machu Picchu. So I feel like the prison...
Yeah.
Like at the top of the mountain where That's a Rebel escaped from would have like condors surrounded. Like if a prisoner tried escaping, they'd die, fall to their death, or like eaten by condors. So yeah. And due to That's a Rebel, the song is The Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani.
If I could escape. Yeah.
Escape.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I imagine him doing it the exact same way they do it in the video.
Absolutely.
Just like walking on the building to the rhythm of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my last beige, but this was a beige as well for me.
I'm shocked.
Neutral, boring. And for the animal, I picked like an ox, like very rustic land animal, you know.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe. And the song was Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo. Because he betrayed them, like Olivia says. You betrayed me, and I know that you'll never be sorry.
It was for a good cause.
Was it?
Because the dude was for the rebels.
Yeah, I'm talking about the way he betrayed them by... You know, he was like undercover.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm thinking about that betrayal.
Mm.
Yeah, of like being secret Garen's agents while being in their house.
Oh, the second victim.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Praise a lot.
Yeah. The way praise a lot.
Praise a lot. Pray. Believe in me.
Trust in me and believe in me were betrayed by praise a lot. Yes.
Dig in me. Their adopted son from America. Dig in me.
Yeah. It's actually Dick Gumshoe who got adopted and who changed his last name.
Dick in me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the song? Oh, Traitor.
Traitor.
I got confused by the all talk of.
Of course, the Dick in me.
Turnabout storyteller is mustard yellow.
Okay.
It's not really serving what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
And again, it's chord only. But the theater gives me yellow. It's giving duckling.
I can see that.
Because also what we said ages ago at this point about Typhoon Tornado looking like Donald Duck's nephews.
Oh, yeah.
And the song is associated to the culprit. It is Material Girl by Madonna.
Great song.
I mean, if your boobs are balloons, then you are very much a material girl.
Yeah.
Living in a material world.
Because I am a material girl. Yes. This is my last brown, but this was a brown for me because courtroom, and I don't like the case. I do like the color brown, but
you don't like the case.
If your aura is brown, I think it's a red flag.
Apollo Justice.
And I picked a little mouse for the animal. I feel like there could be a little like mouth. This was my vision. A mouse covered in flour or whatever it was allergic to, like running around.
Soba,
yeah. And for the song, I picked You Belong to Me. You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. Because when I think of storyteller, I think of Miss Taylor Swift. And also, Pt.2 would be like You Belong With Me with the title she wanted from her dad. You know what I mean? That's very much...
What?
Pt.2, didn't she kill her dad because she wanted a specific title?
Pt.2, I think, is the victim.
What's his daughter's?
The guy with the multiple personalities.
That's not his...
No. I feel like that is Geru Tornado.
I feel like she would want that title and sing You Belong.
Uendo Tornado.
Yeah.
Tornado again.
Yeah, he gave him his
But he wasn't his.
He wasn't his son. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Wendo. The title.
Yeah.
So I feel like she would sing that, and also I feel like she'd be a Swiftie.
She?
Yeah.
Definitely. She seems
Swift-like.
Yeah. For lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Turnabout Revolution is Bordeaux.
Ooh.
Yeah, red, very mature red.
Yeah.
Revolution,
blood,
anger.
Yeah. Blood.
I chose a rattlesnake. Because first of all, politician is a snake.
Yeah.
And also rattlesnake because I didn't want to pick a fictional animal after Phoenix for Rise from the Ashes, so I didn't choose a dragon, but this is the closest animal which resembles the logo of the dragon.
Yeah,
a dragon never yields. Yeah. And judging by the events of that case, the song would be Killer Queen by Queen.
Oh, that's a good one.
Awesome, I suppose.
That's a good one. What was the... Hot Girl.
By Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm Awesome.
By Spose. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
I picked green for this one because it's a color that appears in both locations.
Yeah.
It's like it was giving me a green vibe, and I picked a cow, like fat, big, and juicy.
Okay.
Yes, that was my reasoning, and for the song, I picked It's Time by Imagine Dragons. I imagined the revolution singing It's Time.
And Imagine Dragons.
And exactly. I think it could be their new anthem.
Funnily enough, the next case I chose cow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be Turnabout Time Traveler, or also known as the Selena Sprocket case.
Yes.
Not to be spoken of. The animal is cow. That's a spooky coincidence.
Spooky, very spooky. Why cow?
Because of the decorations.
Oh.
Did you remember the evidence was hidden inside a bull and a cow?
Oh.
Like the trolleys they hid the corpse in.
I'm gonna Google that, but yeah, I have a vague memory of that.
The blimp itself was very yellowy. I gave it canary yellow. It might be a bit brighter. Maybe mustard yellow. But also because of Ellen Wyatt hair.
Yeah.
Ellen Wyatt's hair being blonde. Just like return to form with Maya. It's giving very... the concept, at least, what the concept should have been giving.
Yeah.
And the song resembles what I was thinking throughout this case. It's What the Hell by Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne was featured in both our picks, so I'm happy about that.
Avril Lavigne? Who the fuck is she?
Avril Lavigne? Avril Lavigne was actually killed. She's been replaced by a clone. I'm so playing.
Who the fuck is she? British accent appropriate because of Dumas Gloomsbury.
Yes.
Who tossed the salad of delicious scones.
As established per 2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago.
Yes. I picked white for this case because of the whole wedding thing.
Yeah.
And I picked a goldfish for the memory aspect.
That's also a spooky coincidence that we have both goldfish, because that's
It's
very
a specific one.
Yeah.
I remember when you told me, I was like, oh, I have that one as well. Yeah, because he has the memory of a goldfish. And I picked such a good song that shouldn't belong to that case, but I just think about this one is Wedding Bell Blues. It's one of my favorites, and it's about a woman lamenting on the fact that her fiance is unwilling to go to the altar, and I feel like it was kind of Ellen White throughout that case. It's also featured in Gilmore Girls, and that's how I discovered it.
Okay.
End of Spirit of Justice.
End of bad games.
Yes.
On to good ones.
Yes.
Turnabout Visitor from Investigations 1 is dark magenta.
Okay.
Prosecutor's Office.
Yeah.
Edgeworth's Game. Jacques Sportsman being pink and magenta.
Yeah.
The curtains being magenta. Prosecutor's collars being magenta. You catch my drift. The animal is a hamster. I kind of struggled with this one, but Buddy Faith, that's what he reminds me of. He looks like he has like whiskers and flaps. Not those kind of flaps. Well, maybe.
We're not here to judge.
No. And I'm not sure why. I feel like I had a more clear I had a more clear thought when I chose this, but this is another one of a song you like, and it's Goodbye Stranger by Supertramp.
I love that song.
It's yeah. Because
Not gonna
maybe
sing the
Buddy
whole thing.
Faith was a stranger.
Maybe.
And we were
goodbye.
saying
Yeah.
goodbye.
I agree with that. Great song.
Great song.
For Turnabout Embassy, I picked red for my color. I don't know why, but I think similarly to magenta, but I didn't want to pick magenta, so I picked red. And I had trouble with the animal as well, but I picked a deer, and I don't know why. So, not Buddy Faith. Jack Sportsman is very like regal, like when he walks, and
Preppy.
Deer, yeah, preppy. Kind of reminded me of a deer. And for the song, I picked "I Like Sports" by Lonely Island. It's a very funny song where they spend the whole song naming all the sports they like, and they insult a guy named Steve. So yeah, I like sports. Because I feel like Jack Sportsman actually don't like sports and pretends because of toxic masculinity. Like, he doesn't know anything about it, but he made his whole personality. And, like, he'd be like, oh my... Like, he'd constantly be talking about it, but he'd be like, oh, I actually like it too. Like, what game do you watch? Like, what team do you follow? He'd be terrified.
If that is the case, then he's reaching Shilong Lung status. Shilong Lung status, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot, especially from us.
Yeah.
But if that is true, I can imagine them hanging out.
Definitely.
Like the outcasts who think they're someone.
Yes. Shilong Long took kind of like a fake bad boy personality, and Jack Sportsman was like a fake jock.
Yes. Yes.
Listen to that song, I Like Sports, and imagine Jack Sportsman and Shilong Long singing it together.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because there's another song of them where they pretend to be like bad boys. So for me it's the anthem of that friendship. We Like Sports represents Jack Sportsman, and what is the other one? I'm trying to think of it. So they have We Like Sports, but also Will Kill You. Will Kill You represents Shilong Long. We Like Sports represents Jack Sportsman.
Absolutely.
And I'll show you both of them as soon as we end.
Absolutely. Turnabout Airlines is sky blue, shockingly. Pretty self-explanatory. The animal is a swan.
Oh.
I know swans cannot fly.
Yeah,
but
I get it.
I feel like the swan could be a mascot for an airline. Like
Definitely.
how Qantas has the
it
kangaroo.
glides.
Yeah.
Isn't like Lufthansa?
Lufthansa has a goose.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was a swan, yeah.
And Turnabout Airlines song would be "Come Fly With Me" by Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
Shockingly.
I have a similar one. I picked blue as well. I didn't specify, but it was sky blue in my mind. And I picked a small bird because it flies. That was my line of research.
And that's about it.
And for the song, I picked "Fly Me to the Moon" Bayonetta version.
Okay.
Badass females flying to the moon.
Do I remind you of this case?
What?
Do I remind you of this case?
You do like it a lot, and you talk about it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like this case a
So,
lot.
similar vibes.
Because you said that...
It was your song. Yeah. But "Fly Me to the Moon" was originally a Frank Sinatra song. So, that's what I said. It was similar.
The Kidnapped Turnabout is brick red. Muted.
Yeah.
Not really unenthusiastic.
Yeah.
The animal is a badger for obvious reasons. Yeah. I mean, it is his case after all, the blue badger.
Of course.
And the song would be "Smells Like Teen Spirit" by Nirvana, because it did smell like Teen Spirit.
It smelled like piss.
At the Luna Park,
Yeah.
It smelled like piss.
Yeah. I picked orange for my color, kind of similar to brick red, like warm, but also kind of, I was thinking like dust orange, if that makes sense. And for the animal, I picked a snake, and more precisely the rattlesnake. I feel like there could be easily in the parks, in the Wild West. And for the song I picked the good, the bad, and the ugly theme.
Yeah.
Which I feel like doesn't really need an explanation.
Yeah. Turnabout Reminiscence is Dandelion Yellow.
Ooh.
Mostly because it takes place at the court.
Yeah.
And instead of thinking it's brown for me, it's mostly yellow because of like
the walls and stuff.
The animal is a puppy.
Yeah.
Very cutesy, very sweet moment between Gumshoe and Kay. Yeah. And the song is Don't You Worry About a Thing But Stevie Wonder.
Ooh.
Because although Bern Faraday dies in this, Gumshoe and Edgeworth both are there for Kay.
Yeah. In the end they are.
In the end. And it's a sweet flashback for her. Don't you worry about a thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
I picked orange. I think similar reason, kind of like that warmness from the courtroom. I don't know why I picked orange, but I did. And I will stand by past Lucie's decision. I picked dog. Like kind of friendly-ish. Basic. I can see like a dog running around that courtroom. And I pick WAP and S&M remix. Because it's the meeting of two icons with Francisca and, oh shit, what's her name?
Callisto
U. WAP would be for Callisto U and S&M with the whip for Francisca. Yes. That was my reasoning. Yes. Girl boss energy.
My next one is also chaotic.
Okay, I'm excited.
Turnabout Ablaze is emerald green.
Yeah.
Very regal. The same way.
Jewel tones.
Yeah. The embassy, sophisticated setting. The suit of the tree man, Kirkus Alba. It's a Siamese cat. I feel like someone in the embassy had a Siamese cat as a pet.
Okay.
Also, the Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp.
Well, like mischievous.
Yeah, and there were two of them.
Yeah.
The duality of this case.
Of the embassy.
Yeah, split into two. But the final scene in particular, and generally everything that goes down.
Yeah.
A fake mask-to-mask getting killed, a fire. Sheena having the gall to arrest Kay on baseless charges. Larry and Wendy Oldbag being married and having a fictional baby. 17 people running around the embassy by the end and everyone accusing everyone else.
Yeah.
And the cop-out at the end of trying to find something to accuse Kirkus Alba of until Shilong Lung shows up and everything, the reveal of Callisto U, the chaotic energy.
It was very, very, very chaotic.
Is giving Roman Holiday by Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, just the running element of things. Yeah, I do get that.
Edgeworth running with his cravat bouncing as if it was anime boobs is Roman Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Definitely. For me, it was red for the color because of the fire. So, duh. Panic at the Disco, yeah. I picked ants for the animals because if you some people to eradicate ants, they burn them with a torch thing. So the fire element, and there were just so many people in those embassy.
Yeah.
And it was a party, it felt like it was, an ant fest. So, and then I picked Set Fire to the Rain.
Of course.
By Adele, I think.
Of course.
Of course. Because why not? That was my reason.
Adele would be invited.
Adele would be invited and Adele would be super chill with a glass of wine and
Yes.
be like, "What's all this about, love?" And she was like, "What's all this then?" She would like. That's what Adele would say.
We're tired.
We are.
tired.
But she would be like, she would unknowingly give you the last piece of the puzzle of the case, being like, "Oh, that guy, the one who came out with bloody hands. Oh, I snapped a picture of it while taking a selfie." And like she would...
I've been sitting my fat ass
Yeah.
on the murder weapon for the longest time, love.
"Are you gonna collab with Peppa Pig?" "No." That's Adele. I really like Adele. But yeah, she would be invited and she would sing "Set Fire to the Rain."
I totally get the song choice though, because my initial choice was "Eternal Flame" by the Bangles, another Bangles song.
That's a great song. But you know, like, do you remember the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj fight was at an event?
Yeah.
And while that happened, Christina Aguilera was singing "Fighter." While the fight was happening, I kind of see like the fire happening while Adele is singing "Set Fire to the Rain."
The level of like modern culture you
Yeah,
have to have in order to listen to this podcast
Exactly.
is
We need to be well versed in pop culture.
indescribable.
Yeah, definitely.
Gina, you are unhinged. I'm unhinged, darling. You're the one who doesn't have filters. Swearing doesn't matter. And with that, we move on to the final game in our list, and that is Investigations 2.
The last piece of the puzzle.
Turnabout target bestie for me is Solomon Pink.
Ooh.
Because of the cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
In Gourd Lake.
Yeah.
It's spring.
Yeah.
Very sweet, cutesy. Also the jacket of Shelly the Killer.
Ooh, yeah, it is pink, yeah.
Yeah, dressed up as a ice cream man. The animal would be a swallow, because it's a sign of spring.
Oh.
That's what Turnabout Target reminds me of Japanese spring.
Yeah, definitely.
So swallow, and the song is what I thought when I first laid my eyes on Horace Knightley. It's "What a Man" by Salt and Pepper.
That's great.
What a mighty good man.
What a mighty, mighty good man. You're so funny.
Not Bruce Goodman though.
I think I want to have your babies.
Do you want to have Bruce Goodman's babies?
No. No. Profound silence.
Has entered the chat.
Profound silence has entered the chat. For me, it was green because of similar reason, like spring, the trees are blooming, the grass is green. Green vibe of spring. And I picked a lion for the animal because the president reminded me of the lion. And for the song I picked, I Like It by Cardi B.
Yeah.
I feel like the fake president would listen to that before his speech to give him a boost of confidence. And that song does remind me of a little bit like of the sunnier spring, like kind of. I remember, I think it came out in spring before summer because they wanted it to be a summer hit. And like drinking a bit of a margarita, and I feel like that's the vibe of the president.
It's also really interesting you say that song because the cover art is the background is turquoise, dark turquoise, and she's wearing checkered, and that's what Horace Knightley's suit is. Exactly. Turquoise shirt and checkered tie.
Making perfect sense. It's all coming together. But yeah, I feel like the fake president of Zhang Fai is a Cardi stan, and that the real one would have been a Nicki stan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And funnily, I was just about to say, I feel like Horace Knightley would be the kind of gay that would listen to Cardi B because he doesn't seem too worried about someone being problematic, also considering his background.
Yeah. He'd be like, yeah.
Corrupted gay. A tainted. I hate you.
Why?
The ambulance.
I thought you were talking to me. I was like...
I hate you.
Yeah, a gay with not a lot of ethics.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. The imprisoned turnabout for me is dark green because of its interior. Yeah, just dark green. The animal is a crocodile. Shocker. And, well, I mean, it could have also been a dog.
Yeah.
There's a lot of animals in this case, but the
it
ultimate
is.
one is a crocodile. And the song would be Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley. Yeah.
Okay. My color was gray because of the gray walls and everything. I picked a bear.
Yeah.
Because of the prison's bear. You know, that cute
The polar bear, yeah.
The polar bear was so cute. I wrote down little bear, but I meant the polar bear.
You mean polar bear or bear?
I mean that specific bear.
Oh.
You know the one I'm talking about.
Is that the second cheating?
No, the second cheating is a song. And it's coming soon.
Okay, because there's like 3
it's
cases left.
Yeah.
I know what it is. It's Sweet Dance by Catherine Hall.
Yes, it is. I couldn't pick anything else. And the song for the Imprisoned Turnabout is Industry Baby by Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow. I think that's what goes down in this prison.
Oh, definitely Patricia Rowland before getting getting carted off to jail.
Yeah.
Was listening to it
Absolutely.
to her in her office, listening on her own, dancing, lip syncing, yeah.
Absolutely, and feeling herself. I think she has.
Oh, she definitely masturbated in that office.
She has a crush on Jack Harlow, I feel like.
Like Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Masturbating in the office.
Yeah, dark things. Thinking about Jack Harlow. And I feel like she was such a big fan of it. She was like, you can shoot the video in my prison.
Yeah.
And so it was filmed there.
I'm thinking, like, now that I said that, we both said that she was feeling herself and touching herself. I hope she took her pet off her neck first.
Oh, poor. What were they? Ferrets? Ferrets?
Maybe.
Yeah. Poor ferrets.
The things that...
The things
poor
they
thing
saw.
that must... Yeah.
Oh.
Also, there's this clip from Real Housewives of New Jersey. I'm gonna try to find it and put it up. It's Dolores Cardenas saying to Danielle Stubb.
Yeah.
She says, she just points at her face constantly and says, "Scumbag, you're a scumbag, scumbag."
That you're a f***ing liar.
Dolores, it's the truth.
You're a crazy scumbag. Scumbag.
No, I'm not.
Scumbag.
No, I'm
Welcome
not.
back, scumbag.
No, Dolores, I'm
Welcome
not.
back, scumbag. Things
I'm not a
don't change.
scumbag.
And I feel like Patricia Rowland would be in the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
Someone just calling her scumbag. Like maybe
so.
Justine Courtney at the final case.
I was thinking maybe like the family of one of the prison person, like
Maybe,
during
yeah.
the visitation center, she would be like insulted, yeah. I could see that.
Then her to Turnabout is a crimson red. Christmas.
Yeah.
Warm. Yeah, that. The roses on her head, Gregory Idris tie. Just Christmas, love.
Family, joy.
The animal is a white dove.
Ooh.
Hope.
I like that.
Just memories, sweet thoughts. And the song is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Of course. I was listening to today. So.
In October.
Yeah. What about it?
Got you.
I actually picked icy blue for the color because of the statues and the cold and it's Christmas and that kind of stuff. And I picked a goat because if I remember correctly, this one of the plot points is like the statues.
Yeah, isn't
and
it like the
guy's
symbol of
like a
Capricorn?
I think it's like a Capricorn
Or
thing.
Aries.
I think there's a mix of like
Which one's the one which like a head of a
goat and a fish.
yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like, they disguised it as the Capricorn symbol.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
like
yeah.
an Aris all along. That kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's Capricorn.
Yeah. So go for that reason, and for the song I put
And Aries is a ram.
Oh, yeah.
What's the song?
The song is the
Oh yeah, of course.
because it's just
It-
it encapsulates the case.
I know.
I couldn't think of anything better to put.
The Forgotten Turnabout, not to be confused with the Lost Turnabout,
Yes.
is Midnight Blue. The night sky, the tallest building in the city. Very, in the night when they're hiding in the secret room.
Yeah.
When Edgeworth is being hunted. We love it. Why was he being hunted though?
Didn't he refuse to not investigate the case and
something like
discard
that.
it or something?
Well, whatever. Here is where I reserved the traditional raccoon for.
Ooh.
You might remember last episode that I wanted to give the raccoon to the stolen turnabout because
But you
they're
gave,
traditionally
Yeah,
presented to be thieves.
but you gave a red panda instead.
Yeah, because of also the
Run
red.
the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the traditional raccoon, or atanuki. Thieves. This case reminds me a lot of my favorite game, Sly Cooper.
Oh yeah.
The tallest building, like a lot of memorabilia inside, very sneaky, a lot of heart somehow.
Sneaking in, yeah.
A lot of heart somehow. I feel like we mentioned Gwen Stefani using the rope to
Yeah.
climb that building before. That's how Lotta Hart got into the building, using a rope.
Absolutely.
When,
Yeah.
when she could have used the elevator, but she did not.
She chose to go like a pro.
That is journalism 101.
Yeah.
And the song is Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush.
I was just talking about that song with my sister the other day.
It's such a good song.
Yeah.
I love Kate Bush.
I love Babushka.
Babushka is one of my favorite songs.
It's so
ever.
good.
It reminds me of Big Trouble in Little China. I watched it and then listened to that song back to back, so it's engraved.
It's so funny how something that is super unrelated, you can associate them in your mind.
Yeah.
I have that with a couple of things. It's it's not related, but for me it's as if it was in the show or in the movie. I could see that. My one was purple, kind of similar to Midnight School, like a dark kind of purple, and I don't know why. I always
Like
feel
mauve.
yeah, and I know it isn't, but Kay's hair in that case looks a bit purplish. It's dark, but when it's long, I don't know, it's giving me purplish vibes.
Okay.
For the animal I picked a frog. I don't know, I can see a frog being there on the the ice cream stand on top of the
Yeah, the
building,
little garden.
Yeah, with I could see a frog hopping around there. And the song is What's My Name by Rihanna.
Okay.
In honor of Kay's lost memory, because she doesn't know what her name is. So she could sing that song in order to remember her identity.
I definitely host a birthday party on that rooftop.
Ooh.
But a kid's birthday party.
Oh, definitely. With the sweets and stuff.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Grass to play on.
Yeah.
A nice view. Maybe the kids could fall.
I was sure this was coming. I was like, oh my god.
Final case. The Grand Turnabout. For me, this is royal purple.
Yeah.
The president of Zhengfa, his suit, lots going on. I was initially gonna give it light gray, but I didn't. I felt like it was more fitting for Turnabout Samurai.
Yeah.
So the purple here is royal, such a good case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Simon Key's final form, purple, very purpley.
Yeah.
This also reminds me, this case kind of reminds me of a dragon. But I didn't want to cheat because I used fictional animal for Rise from the Ashes with Phoenix. So I went with Komodo dragon.
Oh, okay.
Very grand, the Grand Turnabout, and also I feel like the Komodo dragon. It's not really dragon. What I wanted to say, it was more like Godzilla.
Yeah.
Godzilla, yeah.
Because of the
Mozilla, yeah. So I feel like it's the Komodo dragon. It's also like very, again, regal, royal. Like this is like an amazing final case. It has to do with namesake. It has to do with inheritance. Like it's the like nail on the coffin for like the theme of inheritance throughout the game. And like it's the corrupted inheritance between the killers and Simon Keyes, and then the good inheritance, which is Edgeworth finally making a decision on whether or not he wants to be a prosecutor. And it's like a big case for me. I feel like it's as important as Bridge.
It's potentially your favorite, yeah.
And that's why the song is Good as Hell by Lizzo. Because
it's a good as hell case.
Exactly. It's
the
good as hell.
The title speaks for itself.
It does. It is good as hell.
Yeah.
Maybe featuring Ariana Grande.
Ooh. For, a bit of prestige.
Yes.
I like that. I pick Red for this case because of like, I don't know, red is such like a classic
a lot of
color.
red for investigations too.
Because of, I feel like the colors of Edgeworth, which are on the redder side. But yeah, for me, like Chrisman Blood, but also the circus at the end, and that kind of element. Simon Key's hair. So for me, it was red. For the animal, I picked. It's very specific. A big fluffy dog that looks like a lion. You know those like Shao.
Yeah.
Because in China, a few years ago, they pretended that was a lion and they put in a zoo in China, in a Chinese zoo. And if the president is a lion, then the fake president is that dog that pretends to be a lion. So that was the animal for me. And
trusting by that, I hope your song is not the Slim Shady.
No. My song is Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Of course. Because there's a lot of bad guys. And I think that should be highlighted.
Yeah.
And I feel like Simon Keyes would say, I'm the bad guys, duh. Like he would reveal his like identity to Edgeworth by doing that. Kind of juvenile and a bit like I'm not confident. You know what I mean? Cocky, yeah.
I mean, his leitmotif is called the Mastermind game. I think the Mastermind game. I'm not sure actually.
The Master of the Game or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Simon Keyes is the man who masterminds the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has both the man who masterminds the game and bad guy have the accordion in it.
Oh, did not know that. But yeah, so that wraps it up.
Yeah. We've been doing this for like 2 hours.
I know, it's insane. My brain feels scrambled right now.
Yeah, I feel like my brain is numb. But yeah, what are we doing after this? We're cooking pasta.
I'm gonna show you the songs that I mentioned.
The Lonely Island songs.
And we're gonna cook pasta and eat pasta. That's our little plan for the night.
Not Gigi Hadid's pasta.
No. Nor the spinach pasta.
No.
It's gonna be prawn and bolognese.
Yes. Prawn bolognese.
And mozzarella.
Yes.
I'm very excited. Sounds delicious. Alright, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much for tuning in, for like sticking around for 2 parts.
Exactly.
Presumably.
Congratulations for finishing the second part.
Yes. And yeah.
Have a great week and we'll see you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye everyone.